From elections...
I'm on Kalshi right now. It's at 57% for Donald Trump, 43% for Kamala Harris.
...to geopolitical crises.
An anonymous user on the prediction market placed a significant bet that Maduro would be out of power by the end of the month.
People seem to be betting on just about everything.
The whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino.
Prediction market platforms like Kalshi and Polymarket have rapidly grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry. But politics isn't what's driving most of the action on these platforms.
More than $1 billion was bet through Kalshi during the Super Bowl.
The majority of the money traded on Kalshi is not on politics or culture. It's on sports.
Arizona said it filed criminal charges against Kalshi for operating an illegal gambling business.
Washington's attorney general is taking aim at a company that he says is illegally allowing people in our state to bet on everything.
State after state is going after these companies.
States are largely responsible for regulating and taxing legal sports betting. Now they're embroiled in lawsuits with prediction markets, claiming the companies are operating outside of their laws. At the center of the dispute is a simple question. Are prediction markets a form of gambling?
That is the million-dollar question. It is becoming an increasingly blurry line.
The answer could determine who gets to regulate prediction markets and whether states will continue to collect billions of dollars in related tax revenue.
The U.S. Supreme Court clears the way for sports betting.
The court struck down a federal law that banned gambling on sports games in most of the country.
In 2018, the Supreme Court struck down a decades-old federal ban on sports betting, allowing states to regulate it themselves. Many jumped on board.
Most states have their own gambling laws. Those companies have to either apply for licenses, they have to have certain consumer protections, and they have to pay taxes.
States derive a lot of tax revenue from gaming and gambling.
The state of New York made $1 billion in 2025 from revenues from legalized sports books.
Enter prediction markets.
Kalshi.
Polymarket.
Kalshi.
Polymarket.
It's the most accurate thing we have as mankind right now.
When the whole world picks Goliath, you know it's going to be David.
The prediction market industry argues their platforms are fundamentally different from traditional sportsbooks.
Platforms that are offering the products, they are classifying them as derivative products.
They say that their products are a financial instrument that they have to list on a federally regulated exchange.
There's no house.
They are truly markets and they are not casinos.
Kalshi and other prediction market providers take a transaction fee depending on what you place.
It's these two features, that the companies classify their contracts as derivatives and that they operate as exchanges rather than sports books, that prediction market supporters say differentiates them from gambling. States see things differently.
Each bet on Kalshi, risk money, relies in part on chance and promises a payout to winners. I think everyone understands why that is gambling.
Sports has really raised the yellow flag of whether these products belong under federal regulation or whether it belongs to states.
Over the last year, we've seen states attempting to crack down on prediction markets.
Tennessee has sued to try and prevent Kalshi from offering these sports books.
The Attorney General says that's just sports betting by a different name, and it's not legal here in Wisconsin.
They've taken the financial platforms to court. The financial platforms have taken the states to court to try to be on the offensive.
These companies have lawsuits ongoing with at least a dozen states.
The prediction market industry's legal arguments have found support within the Trump administration.
The Trump administration has aggressively been touting its exclusive jurisdiction over these prediction markets.
The Commodities Exchange Act gives exclusive jurisdiction to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, to regulate event contracts.
Since the installation of the CFTC's chairman, Mike Seelig, the agency has really been pushing its authority over prediction markets, saying that states are actually encroaching on its turf when they try to crack down on prediction markets.
We take this responsibility very seriously to police fraud, insider trading, and manipulation in the markets.
The CFTC has become more active in its own litigation. To see it come after states directly over prediction market regulation was unprecedented. Looming over all this is the fact that the president and his family are also heavily involved in prediction markets.
Kalshi just out with some news right now. That is that Donald Trump Jr. is joining the company as an advisor.
And the Trump Media and Technology Group has a prediction market company coming soon called Truth Predict.
The prediction market legal battle has been playing out in numerous state and federal courts across the country.
We saw New Jersey lose an appeal in the Third Circuit Court of Appeals against Kalshi.
Legal analysts are betting on the Supreme Court having to weigh in on this issue. If courts determine that Kalshi and other prediction market providers are effectively operating as unlicensed sports books, they might be effectively shut down in certain states. And that has inspired a lot of interest by members of Congress to take action and provide some sort of regulation or guardrails for the industry.
A bipartisan group of senators is taking on the CFTC and prediction markets with new legislation.
We're not banning sports betting. We're just simply putting it in the right places to be regulated.
As courts and governments work out how and whether to regulate prediction markets, the industry keeps moving full speed ahead.
This reminds me of Uber when it was first getting its tentacles in society. By the time regulators caught up, it was like, well, now everybody loves Uber.
It is very likely that this marketplace does not go away.
Think you know who's ultimately going to regulate prediction markets? Bet on it.